Hello, everybody. I'm going to be trying to talk about the assassination attempt against Trump. I didn't want to really do anything till a lot of the information was out because there was all kinds of stuff going on, not getting full story. So I know a lot of people don't like CNN, but they do have the official release information from the FBI and Secret Service, which I'm going to try to go over a little bit. I'm not going to read it all, of course. But it is a lot of information about what we do know about this nut and what we can't really know what his we don't know what his motives are going to be till he actually says them, and we'll think it. Excuse me. Well, since he's alive, they took him alive. We're probably going to get. I got to turn that off. Uh, get some information about what his true motives were for this crazy thing he was going to do. Now, he did plan ahead a lot, and the reason that when from the I don't know if it's in this. Let's see. Anyway, let's get started. Um, Trump praises civilian who reported suspect. Well, yeah, that's good for them to report that. That's good for it's okay for Trump to praise that person. They should do that. And because that person uh, reported it, they were able to capture this guy alive, which is really good. Um, don't know why they made a big deal about that, but it's good that it's okay. He praised the guy for turning him in. Uh, it was quite something. All they did was rush him off. He didn't even know anything happened. I mean, there was no shots fired at him. He was perfectly safe. Uh, he probably freaked out when he heard the gunshots, though. After the first shooting, I could see him being a little gun shy. Can't really blame him on that either. Somebody took a shot at me, I think I would be also a little gun shy in the future of any guns coming out or bullets coming anywhere near my direction. Um, it says here that the recount of the Secret Service agent saw the barrel sticking out of the bushes and began to fire. When they recovered, at this point the guy ran. Uh, he jumped in his car, and that's when the person that reported him uh, said that they got a picture of the car and they were able to catch him, which is good. JD Vance is a moron. This rhetoric is the Democrats' rhetoric has absolutely nothing to do with why this happened. Uh, uh, I swear it's they are doing far worse as far as their rhetoric. I mean, they really are, and they're lying about stuff. But we'll get into that in another video. Right now, we're going to focus on this shooting, and we're going to ignore that moron. Hillary Clinton says that's the horror of apparent assassin attempt on Trump. Dad don't care what Hillary has to say. They try to do it again. And that's JD Vance. He doesn't really understand. He's a moron. We don't want to care what he had to say. Well, they didn't really put much in there either. I thought they had a little more than just. Oh, geez, that's all they had. Yeah, let's look at the Hill. I had them pull up too. They actually had a little bit more, but not a whole lot. Um, Here's the thing: the history of this guy, and I've been trying to. So I was hoping I had something pulled up here that would tell. That's his name. He fled. They spotted the muzzle. The Secret Service agents. They chased him down. They caught him. There's some videos of it here and there, but um, the guy put up ceramic tiles in backpacks as shields. That's why when the Secret Service agents fired at him, they didn't hit him. They hit the backpacks first. I was hoping to find something in here about that, but apparently they didn't bother to put it in here. Yeah, let's see what they got on this. Okay, here's the picture of the guy. Yeah, something ain't right with this fella. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of stuff, and apparently there's been some fake profiles put up about him in the last few days, and people are trying to claim they're trying to change stuff about him. Yeah, he did support Tulsi, who is a Republican, was a Democrat, but she was a Republican actually. Apparently, he attempted to reach out to Kim Jong Un. This guy's a complete nut. He took. Here's the thing. This guy barricaded himself in a store and did a standoff with law enforcement in North Carolina, Greensboro, North Carolina, which is actually close to where I live. This guy's a freaking nut. And yet he was able to still legally buy a AK-47. Is there not any possible gun laws we could do that would be reasonable? I mean, honestly, what more do we need to do? This guy literally bought an AK-47 after he took over a store and had a standoff with law enforcement. How is he allowed to get a gun? I mean, honestly, what can yeah, there's the picture I was talking about. If I can get a bigger look at it. There it is. See, and yeah, there's holes in it. So that's where their bullets went. Yeah, they won't pavement. But yeah. Yeah, the bullets went into those went into that ceramic thing that he used as a shield. Let's see if I can get it pulled back up again. Yeah, you can see where the bullets went through that one. And there's his GoPro. He was going to record it for prosperity, I suppose. I don't know. Yeah, they got this art. Daily Beast has this article locked. I can't really. All the good stuff's done behind paywalls. But anyway, the Hill didn't really tell much about it. But this guy, I don't understand how this guy had a gun, how he could get a gun in this country. How do we allow that? Do we have any actual gun laws in this country? It's ridiculous that this guy was able to get a gun. He should have never been allowed to have one. It's insane that we do that. This guy voted for Trump. He is a Republican. He was supporting Vivek and what's her name, Nikki Haley, in this election. And apparently, when they didn't get it, it upset him. So he decided to take Trump out. And I honestly don't know what would happen if something. Trump's 78 years old. He has a diet worse than mine, which mine is bad. I'll be honest with you. Mine is a horrible diet. I should really work on that. But he could drop dead. Just have a heart attack, fall over, die. I mean, he's 78 years old. It's not unheard of. But in this scenario, in this situation, I've never really thought about it. What happens at this point in an election if the nominee just dies for any reason? I mean, what's the process of replacing them? I'm assuming that we'd have to. Would JD Vance just automatically become the nominee now and take over? I mean, how would this work? Has anybody ever actually looked into that? I guess it's never crossed anybody's mind because I don't think it's ever been an issue. I mean, we had a guy die shortly after he won an election because he got pneumonia and he was stupid out in the rain, but I don't know of anybody that died at this point, like 50 days before the election or so, or less than that now. So I don't know. I'm very curious about that process. If anybody knows and has an idea, give me a hit up in the comments and let me know. I'm very curious about how that would go down. But anyway, I'm going to let you see some zombies on bicycles and check out my other videos. Like, subscribe, share, comment, whatever it takes. Just push this out there.
Nice! It's the Tour de Pittsburgh!
I felt like making them walk or run would be too much of a cliche.